instance with cold brew the other day. I was on a Zoom call with some of my partner's friends from high school, and they were like, "Did you know that the queer people all drink iced coffee in the winter?" And I was like, "The queer people really like iced coffee, regardless of the season." So that was kind of like, it was a moment where I had to educate people. It was great. I loved that. It was very fun. I was thinking a lot about love, and I really loved the internet when it was like early 2000s, like MySpace, Messenger, app stuff. And I wanted to think about a way to mesh that with some feelings and some thoughts of like dysphoria I've been having. So I made this poem out of a bunch of old chainmail messages that I used to get and used to be terrified of. I legitimately thought that some of these would come true. So I was like, I wanted to think about ways that I could mess with it. So this poem is aptly titled, "Forward, forward, forward, forward. Share this poem to 5 people in 24 hours. Warning! You are now cursed. Even if you looked at the word warning, you are still cursed. This is not fake. I repeat, not a joke. 44 people have died already. Continue reading or you and your crush will die. There is this girl named Samantha. She has silky golden hair, even her pubes, no nipple hair, and huge green eyes that get you. She had a wonderful life surrounded by lake houses and loved ones. She liked the smell of orange peels and hated her brother's toothbrush when it touched her own. She was murdered by a concerned family man. You've gone too far. Keep reading. Here is how she will begin. She will cut you carefully, starting at your tongue so you can't speak. Ah, 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 ah. Then your sex, showing you how much you hate it. Ah, 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 ah. Weeks go by like this. You have no tongue, can't tell anyone. You hate your beard. Oh no! You want green doe eyes. You want to walk down the street, clutching pepper sway. She waits for you to come home, where she inhabits your walls, your closet, your mirror. Her rotten ribs snag on drywall. She asks you why you paint your nails. She asks you why your breasts are so small. She wants you to keep trying. Forward this poem to 5 of your friends in the next 7 minutes, or tonight you will have a knock on your window and it will be her. If you send this to 10 people, you might pass. If you send it to 20, you and your crush will fall in love. If you send to 30, I will grant you your wish. I just really... yeah, it's the kind of shit you're gonna be doing. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I think those things are so fun. I think that I really like the online poems and like online forwarding. I'm doing this project right now where we're doing like a bunch of a bunch of palimpsest stuff, like so words on top of words, and I'm really inspired by the weird aesthetic that was the mid-2000s internet scene. Let's go on to the next one. This one is for all the people who are cold right now, which is a lot of people. It is titled Winter Poem, which I will get to. There you go. I can't find it right now. Actually, I'm gonna do a song poem. Let's do this. This one's titled Wormwood. This is a poem that in my class, I don't know how professors are like, how they are. That like I sent this poem in, and then my professor Timothy was like, "Hey, you end in iambic pentameter," and I'm like, I definitely meant to do that. I did not. I was like, he was like, "You really thought this out," and I was like. So sometimes that happens, and then like most of the time it fails miserably, and I have to like edit it into iambic pentameter or meter. But these few times it ends up perfectly. So this one's titled Wormwood. Thought I saw you in the trees, the hollowed homes of honeybees that dance like lanterns in the city breeze. My mind was playing tricks. I think about you time to time. Our laughter verse, our hands we rhyme like living and loving, which verge on crime. When your mind is playing tricks. I come in poems and soft notebooks to summon up your soft stern looks, your words of lust. I feel fish hooks. Our minds were playing tricks, but tricks must end and fun is fleeting. It erupts like vermin breeding. Underground will have last meeting. A trick to end all tricks. Thought I saw you in the trees, hollowed homes of honeybees. Our minds were playing tricks. Thank you. I'm exploring with, I don't know, fuck it, be a songwriter. So many people are like learning how to play ukulele and shit. I'm like, let's do it. Let's get to that stuff. Let's see. This one, I think there are many types of love. The Greeks had like 4 or 5, and I want to submit a new type of love, which is a love that is like communal daddy issues. I think that this is like a very valid love that people don't understand. That when people are like, "Oh my God, I had a fucked up father as well," and then they fall in love. So here is this one is about my dad. It's called "In Chelmsford During My Graduation." Hammering out a deck or house or a roof. Sawdust on the basement floor, dip-stained Poland spring bottles refracting the spring sun. Build for PBR and a place to escape. I think of all the ways I can cut you out of my name. Carving and measuring. You taught me once how to carve a bat. I forget the steps. You told me once, only wrestle with people your own body mass. You drove me once, drunk down the Mass Turnpike, away from that bitch. You offer me a beer at Christmas after Grandpa passes. Also a wrestler. I feel too skinny. I drink it quickly. I don't want to seem like a bitch. That poem got me banned from a literary magazine recently. They were like, "You can't use that word." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like in the derogatory way. I was trying to talk about my father." But it got me banned anyway for a month. So after a month, I'll submit again. I don't know. This next one is a poem I wrote about my current primary partner towards the beginning of our relationship. And it's about, whenever you're like, I love the poem you had about like fucking poets, because like that's super, like the artists like are such a weird breed that people are attracted to, and like I don't know how to raise them up, like raise my partner up, and she was in the museum with me, and she was like, "I've always wanted to be someone's muse," and I kind of took problematic thing with that, because I was like, that's a lot of pressure. So I wrote a poem about it. Because that's what I do instead of therapy. All right, Talia, on our first date, you told me you wanted to be someone's muse. You are not my muse. You are a new language. I am learning the words to every day, repeating in the mirror or on the subway, waiting for the day I will speak you fluent. Growing in confidence with every new word on my tongue, sounding every syllable out like the legs of a newborn calf. You are not my muse. You are the stars in the skies of many hues who are shifting constantly. Many people have tried to name you, yet you named yourself long ago. And we are both made of stardust, and I find comfort in knowing I have always found parts of you within me. You closed my eyes and pulsed your star charts into every part of my skin so sweet. I am still glowing. You are not my muse. You do not exist for me to write, to paint, to sing. You are the singer, the painter, the writer, and I will listen and frame and read everything that you will allow me to, because love is a conversation, and I'm still learning the words to. For love is a sky that we are still counting stars in. This love is beyond musing, only listening. The breath, the rain, your touch, the sheets, the branches outside, reaching down, dozing off. This is one more poem because I'm extra. This one, I was thinking about the quote, and I had a poem that I didn't like because it was too, like, I don't know, it felt like a self-help book. But I wanted to share it anyway because I like the ways that poets take a line from a song or even one piece of a poem and then transition, like turn it into their own poem based off of that. Like Frank O'Hara has this one line that says, "Someday I'll love Frank O'Hara," and it was totally out of context, but Ocean Vuong took it and made a poem about himself and about like trying to love himself through family. So then I took that poem and tried to like write a series of letters to myself as a poem. So this one's titled "Someday I'll Love Ryan Cook." Dear Ryan, know that the word should is a stupid fucking word. Things are as they will be. Tulips don't know about how they should close. The dawn doesn't debate on the ethics of breaking. Love should anyways. One day these cognitive dissonances will wiggle themselves out, but you have to let them. Dear Ryan, there will be days where everything is reduced to rot. That mold grows even in the prettiest of ceramic bowls if you leave pasta in them for 4 weeks. There will be days where you lie like your father, where you shake like your mother, fight through those days like your parents fought to keep you, write your own child support check and spend it on a meal you can't afford. Dear Ryan, feelings like Lexapro take time to settle in. They need to be watered with Earl Grey tea and books and blowjobs and long talks with your friends in varying orders. But binging The Good Place isn't always the self-care that you thought it was if you don't shower for 4 days. Dear Ryan, know that Sisyphus was happy sometimes, yet mostly he was tired. You are not the boulder. You are easy to love. Your depression is not. You are not your depression. No one loves the cancer. They love the person that is fighting tooth and nail to get better. Use your x-rays to make a mosaic. Show everyone. Title it Survival. Thank you. Woo!